Hi, favored ones. Welcome to Soul Reflections. In today's session, I'd like to talk about the actions we take to match the gifts of God. Okay, so, well, this week has been such a revelation for me. Um, well, yeah, dapat alam ko na eh, pero ngayon lang talaga tumama sa heart. Alam mo yun? There are things that we know in our minds, and there are things that we bring into our hearts. And minsan, the information that we have, the knowledge that we have, only stays in the mind, but it's not yet in our hearts. So, it's not in our beingness yet. Wala pa doon sa state na yon. Hindi pa ganun kalalim. Um, so, there are times when, of course, we all know that God is a God of provider. He gives everything, right? All the gifts, the skills, the talents, um, the resources that we would need in order to live a healthy, happy, and abundant life. Um, it's just that there are times when, yes, we are worthy, we are deserving, we are entitled of all the gifts that He is giving. It's just that the question remaining, if the person is not yet manifesting, is what are the actions that the person is actually doing to match all the gifts that He has given us. Um, Kasi 'di ba, yung meron naman binigay, kung meron kang resources tapos hindi mo naman siya ginamit, hindi siya magma-manifest because you didn't do anything to maximize that resource. So the point here is that it's important to take action and to make sure that the the kind of actions that you do actually matches um the gifts that He gives. So, syempre, yung mga actions natin minsan, di ba, when we do things, um, parang yung, meron kasing mga actions na, sige, para lang magawa, gawin na. But the quality of the actions is it's not as high. Um, Meron mga actions na mediocre, di ba? Yung parang wala ka masyadong gana, um, wala masyadong passion when it comes to doing it. But when the actions that we do has, when the actions that we do contains the passion, the, the intent, the deliberateness, then you will actually manifest the gifts of God. Kasi lahat naman ng gifts, di ba, sa spiritual level na, um, when we have done the work here on earth, when we have done the work dito sa ground, then that's a time the gifts would physicalize. Magmamanifest siya. Um, pero lahat ng gifts nagsisimula sa spiritual. So lahat ng gifts nandyan na, nasa spiritual na. So it's up to us to be deliberate in our actions, to be passionate in our actions, and to think of ways to be madiskarte on how to actually physicalize all those spiritual gifts. So, yun yung revelation for this week, at least on my end, ah. Kasi, yeah, for the longest time, parang I've just, when it comes to work, of course, it started at one point in time, but I won't tell you na kung kailan nagsimula yun. Um, Pero yun nga, parang I was just moving with the grind. Ayun, I was just moving with the grind, and the passion wasn't there so much when the passion is not always 100%. So, when it comes to manifesting, of course, hindi rin buong buo. But I know that it's already there. It's just that on my end, ako mismo yung nagba-block ng blessings. Ako mismo yung naghihinder sa manifestations to happen in my life. And, it takes a lot to actually um, say this. But it's also something important that every one of us should realize that all the gifts has already been given to us. Yun lang nga, nasa spiritual, di ba? But we're living here on earth in the physical mental world. So lahat ng spiritual gifts, it can be converted here on earth when we actually do the work that's necessary, the work that's passionate, that's deliberate, that has certain intention, that has a certain intensity, focus. So when we do that kind of work, then the gifts actually manifest. And you'd just be so surprised how God works, how all your angels actually work behind the scenes just to make your life a healthy, happy, and abundant one. So this is an invitation to evaluate um on what aspect are you, or in just evaluate yourself. An invitation to evaluate yourself if you are really putting in the necessary power and action to to manifest the gifts that God has given. So I'll end now, and that's it. So God bless everyone. I hope that you have a blessed